Hi and welcome to Priori Digital Studio tutorial. In this video, I will show you how to set up and use your weekly meal planner in the most efficient way. In this video, I'm using Google Sheets, but the Excel version is exactly the same. First thing, we protect most of the cells where there are formulas to make sure that you don't erase anything important that could impact the spreadsheet. So if you see this kind of message, it means that you are not supposed to touch it, but don't worry, I'll show you step by step how to prepare your spreadsheet. So if unfortunately you erase or you touch a cells with a formula, you simply click on cancel and you'll be fine. So now let's have a look at the first tab, which is the setup tab. The first thing you will want to do is to fill up the setup tab. All the categories, units, and data here are going to be used in the rest of the spreadsheet. But don't worry, if you forgot something, you can always add it later. So your spreadsheet will already come with the most used food categories and units. But if we forgot something, don't hesitate to add it. Finally, in this blue table here, add all the single ingredients or snacks that you often eat that are not a recipe. I'm talking here about your afternoon snacks like granola bars, banana, an apple, and so on. Moreover, this spreadsheet allows you to track your calories and macro. So if this is something that you want to do, add it to your single ingredients. So let's do an example together. Let's say I want to add some crackers. So I just type in crackers. I choose the category, which is breakfast and cereals. Then I add in the calories. So let's say my portion is 100 calories with 5 grams of fat, 2 grams of protein, and 10 grams of carbs, and finally 4 grams of fibers. Here you go, you all set up. So now let's have a look at the recipe cards tab. So the recipe cards tab will help you track all your recipes in one place. This tab is separated into 8 categories, which is breakfast, lunch, appetizer, soup, salad, main course, side dish, and dessert. In each category cards, enter the prep time right here, the cook time, the total calories, the number of servings, and the links if you do have one. Then you will want to add the ingredients, their quantity, their unit, the category, as well as the direction on how to bake the recipe. So let's do an example together. I already have a few steps and ingredients for my pancake recipe, but I will add salt. So let's write salt here. An important information, as you can see here, it's also written in red. If you are using Google Sheets, you must write equal and then a quarter. If you want to use the imperial measurements, so like a quarter, half, 1/3, you definitely need to use the equal symbol before adding your quantity. If you use metric measurements like 1.25, you'll be fine. So let's go back to my example. So salt, a quarter of a teaspoon. So I just use the drop down menu and select teaspoon. Same thing for the category. I'll put this in condiments and oil, and then I will write one last step, which is to eat my pancake. Here we go. Perfect. So we also added a little section to add notes. We personally decided here to add a photo of our recipe for a very visual appealing tab. So you can do the same. To do so, you simply click on Insert, Image, Insert Image in Cell, and then you just browse your computer to find your picture. Then at the bottom of each recipe card, you can add all your calories and macro information. So simply write the numbers here. So once you have a few recipes in this tab, it's going to look like this. So as you can see, once you get a lot of recipes, it could be a little bit harder to find the recipes that you're looking for. So you can use the Go To tab here to go directly to each category. So let's say I want to go to the salad category, click here, and then it's gonna bring me directly to my category. So now let's have a look at the recipe book tab. The recipe book is a quick shortcut to find any recipe easily. Now that you have a few recipes in your recipe cards tab, you simply have to change the name of the link. In Google Sheets, be careful not to delete the link. So to do so, put your mouse over the link, like so. Then click on the pen icon and write the name of your recipe. So let's say I want to change my peanut butter waffles for a peanut butter toast. I can just change the name here in the text box. So peanut butter toast. Oops, little typo here. Here we go. So every time you add a new recipe, let's say I just added a new appetizer, I can just write, don't forget to click on the pen, and then let's say cheese balls. Here we go. Perfect. So once you change all your names of your recipe, you can click directly on the link and you will be taken to the recipe. So let's do this for the egg salad. So click on the link here, and as you can see, you get directly to your recipe. Another important note, if you are using Excel, it is simpler. Just change the name of the cell and that's it. It's going to work. So now let's have a look at the Recipe Finder tab. The Recipe Finder is an additional feature to help you quickly find a recipe. This tab will also help you to modify the amount of ingredients needed based on the number of servings. So if you use this spreadsheet on an iPad or a phone while cooking, for example, it is the best tab to display your recipe. So to find a recipe with the Recipe Finder, simply use the drop-down menu to first choose a category. So let's go back and find our pancake recipe. So pancake is a breakfast, and then within my breakfast category, I can choose the recipe that I'm looking for. So let's say pancake. And as you can see, the recipe is going to appear by itself. If you want to modify the number of servings, change the number here in this table for how many people, and the ingredients quantity will change automatically. So let's make a test. Let's say I want to prepare these pancakes for 24 people. Just write 24 and then enter. As you can see, all my quantities changed. So now let's have a look at the Meal Planner tab. This tab will help you plan everything you and your family will eat for the week. The first thing that you will want to do is set up the start date. It can be Sunday or Monday or any day of the week. So let's change the date. In my setup, we are starting on Monday, but I would like to be starting on Sunday. So let's just double click on the start date. If you are on Google Sheets, you will see a calendar appearing, so you can simply select the date. If you are in Excel, make sure to type in the date. As you can see, now my first tab is Sunday and then my second is Monday. So once I chose my start date, I will have to day by day use the drop-down menus to start building my meal plan for the day. So let's do an example. Let's say it's Monday, I will want to eat breakfast. I will prepare pancakes. Oh, and take a good look at the ingredients list. As you can see at the beginning, it was empty and now it's filling up. I will explain this part later. So then I will want to eat a salad. My favorite is the green bean salad. Then I will also have a few single ingredients that I enter in my setup tab previously. So an apple and a banana, let's say. And then for dinner, I will have a main course, which is a basic burger. And then I will have a few snacks also throughout the day. So let's say single ingredients, another single ingredients, another apple, and a granola bar. Here we go. Perfect. So as you could see, as you start adding meals, you will see that the ingredients for each meal will appear in the ingredient list here at the bottom. The list summarizes all the ingredients needed for the day. Moreover, if you tick the leftover box here, checkbox, it means that you already cooked that meal and that you have leftovers for the day. So as you will see in the ingredient lists, the ingredients for this specific recipe will disappear since you do not need to cook it again or buy it again. It's already ready to eat in your fridge. Another important note is that all the ingredients in the ingredient list will also be added to your shopping list, which I will cover later in this video. So now let's have a look at the meal schedule tab. This tab will allow you to print a summarized version of your weekly meal plan for the family to see. It is the perfect tab to print and to be displayed every week on your fridge to know what you will cook every day. So to print your meal schedule, simply click on the printer icon right here and make sure that all your parameters make sense to print your page. So in my case, it looks perfect. So simply click on next and then choose your printer and print it. In my case, I won't do it, so let's just cancel it. Oh, as you can see here, I clicked on something. Don't forget, if you see this message pop up, don't worry, it means that you clicked on a automated cells. Simply click on cancel and you will be fine. So to print this page, the full instructions are also included for both Excel and Google Sheets in the README instruction included in your order. So if you forget, don't hesitate to go check it out. Now let's have a look at the Inventory tab. The tab will help you track everything you have in your pantry, fridge, and freezer to make sure you don't overbuy food, avoid wasting, and overall save your money. Simply list all the ingredients, the quantity, the unit, and the category. Repeat the same process for your fridge, your freezer, and pantry. If you need to buy this food or ingredients because you're almost run out of it, tick the need to buy checkbox and it will also appear in your shopping lists. So let's say I need to buy pizza and shrimps. I will click on this and then I will show you later, but it's going to be appearing on your shopping list. So now let's have a look at the shopping list tab. The shopping list will help you buy everything you need to cover your weekly meals. You don't need to think about anything since everything is automated. So all the ingredients listed in your meal planner, as well as the ingredients in your inventory that you ticked, will be added to your shopping list. So don't forget all the ingredients that were listed in the meal planner, like here, as well as all the ingredients in your inventory that you ticked need to buy. So let's take our pizza example from earlier. If we go into our automatic shopping list, we will find our pizza right here. So it's also listed alphabetically, so it's really easy to find all your ingredients. If for whatever reasons you do not need to buy a specific ingredient because you don't like it or your grandma gave you things from her garden, you can simply tick the no need to buy checkbox and it will be strike through. So I have already a few examples here, but let's say I don't like celery and it's in the recipe. You can simply tick the box and as you can see, it's automated and it's going to be strike through. If you need to buy other items or non-food related items, you can also add it in the green tables here. So I will write an examples to show you how it works. Let's say I need napkins. I simply write napkins. And then as you can see, this tab is linked with the inventory. So it says that I already have one box of napkins in my pantry. So that's not enough. I will buy another one. Then select the unit and the category here, other. Here we go. Perfect. So now let's have a look at the printable shopping lists. This tab will help you print your shopping list so you don't waste your precious time at the grocery store. You can use this simplified shopping list on your phone as well, or print it. To use it on your phone, you will need either a Google Drive and Google Sheets app or the OneDrive and the Excel app if you're using Excel. If you want to print this tab into a paper, just simply select all your shopping list here. Click on the printer icon and then make sure your printing parameters make sense. So as you can see, this is way too small. So I will change my print here. I will print all this, only the selected cells, already much better. But this is the landscape orientation. I will put this as portrait. And then I will change the scale of my page and I will click on fit to height to make sure that my list is only on one page. Once this is done, again, click on next, select your printer and then print it. In my case, I will simply cancel it. Perfect. So you will also notice that all the ingredients are grouped into categories like fruits and veggies and meat and seafood to easily navigate the grocery store, and every category and ingredients are sorted alphabetically. Once you get all the ingredients in your cart, you can simply tick everything, and as you can see, it's going to be green and strike through. So very easily once you are at the grocery store. If we look for my napkin example, do you remember in the shopping list, we added this to our automatic shopping list. So let's find it in the other category. It's right here. So as you can see, everything is automated and you will never forget to buy anything at the grocery store. So now let's have a look at the calorie and macro tracker. This tab will help you track your calories and macro and make sure that you and your family eat nutritious and healthy meals. This tab is totally optional. You do not need to use it. However, if you want to use it, you simply have to enter your calories and macro goals, and the rest is totally automated. So let's take an example. All my other days are already filled, so I will just take the same data. Let's say I want to eat 2000 calories, 70 grams of fat, 50 grams of proteins, and 200 grams of carbs, and finally 25 grams of fiber. So this is filled in. Perfect. So now let's have a look at the summary of the day. So this spreadsheet is to plan your meals for you and your family. So make sure to tick everything that you did not eat, otherwise it will impact the calculation of your calories. So here I already ticked the pancake, but let's say in my case I did not eat any breakfast and that was my kids who ate the pancake. Simply tick the uneaten and the calories will not be added to your total calories of the day. So if we scroll down at the bottom, you will see a daily macro pie chart of your daily consumption, as well as a comparison in between your goals and what you ate for the day. So finally, let's have a look at the weight tracker tab. This final tab will help you track your weight and to help you raise awareness about your eating habits, physical activity levels, and lifestyle choices. Again, this tab is totally optional, but if gaining weight or losing weight is one of your objectives, this tab can be very useful. So simply start with adding the start date, your name, and your height. So again, if you are on Google Sheet, simply double click and choose a date. If you're in Excel, you will have to type this in. So let's also make an example. I will just add a random participant called Bob. Bob is 5'6", so I just enter his height. Then scroll down to the bottom to track the weight. So let's say Bob started at 200 pounds and he slowly lost weight. Let's put some random numbers just as an example. Over time, he lost weight. Here we go. Perfect. So if we scroll up, you will see two graphs. So in the weight over time, Bob is the green line. So you will see that Bob is losing weight over time. So in the graph on the right-hand side, you can also see where you stand in terms of your BMI. BMI, or body mass index, is a numerical measure that uses your weight and height to estimate whether your body weight falls within a healthy range. The objective is to stay in the green zone, which is the normal healthy range. This is just a calculation. If you are very athletic with a lot of muscle, if you have a light bone structure, you might fall in the overweight or underweight categories and still be healthy. This graph is only there to give you an approximation and raise awareness. So another important note is that this tab is available in imperial and metric measurements. So that's it. I hope this tutorial helps you easily set up your spreadsheet. Don't hesitate to reach out if you have any more questions or concerns. And follow Priori Digital Studio on Etsy and YouTube for sneak peeks on new templates.